What's good, YouTube? It's your boy King the Dream, and we're back. We're gonna jump right into the first round of the playoffs against Clanton, who's sitting at a 5-2 record. We start the game with a huge 51-yard return, and let me warn you, King the Dream was fired up the entire playoffs. He was breaking hella tackles. Just take this play for an example. That's one, that's two. The kid was dang near unstoppable. We're gonna come back with the same play and get in for a 17-yard touchdown run. I mean, he was an absolute beast. Shout out to the O-line and my fullback as well, because those guys stepped up big time. And this was the first play of the very next drive, and we're gonna take it 62 yards to the crib. He was able to showcase that world-class speed that we all been waiting to see the entire series. This next play, the O-line gave Steve hella time, so I broke off my route, turned it upfield. Steve hit me, but unfortunately I get stopped just shy of another touchdown. But as you guys can see, it got out of hand very quickly, so coach made a smart decision to bench us to keep us healthy for the playoffs. I also want to give a huge shout out to coach for not subbing us out so much. He let us do our thing and we took full advantage of it. And as you guys can see right here, we're going to get player of the game, but despite those stats, we're still being disrespected in the recruiting rankings. They still have us as a one-star prospect, but we're going to continue to ball out and make sure they know who we are before signing day. Game 2 will be against undefeated Decatur, and they hold us to a field goal the first drive, but just look at this tough 17-yard run. King the Dream, picking up where he left off the first game, continues to run the route with short man syndrome. And on this play, he follows his blocks to perfection, but can't quite make it to the end zone, picking up a gain of 30 yards. The very next play, his O-line continues to open holes for him, and he scores on an easy 15-yard run. At this point, we're just making our opponent look silly as we get another huge run, but unfortunately, we run out of gas and is pushed out of bounds after gaining 43 yards. A few plays later, we make a smooth cutback, follow our blocks, and add another touchdown to our total. From 11 yards out, we're going to get the ball and get another walk-in touchdown. At this point, King the Dream has to be on multiple schools' radar. Even being undersized, he's showing that he can perform at the biggest stage when the bright lights come on. And here he's showing his speed as well as his endurance to will himself to yet another touchdown. But this will be our final play of the game. Coach benches us again, but we're still being under-recruited. Unfortunately, this is not looking good for the 5'7", 160-pound running back, even after an enormous performance yet again. The next game will be played against 6-1 Roanoke, and of course, they had no answer for your boy either. We break away for a huge run to start the game, but unfortunately, we run out of gas. Check out the kid, he is hype. But the very next play, we get great blocks and another huge run as we're forced out of bounds. A few plays later, we get another easy one, and I hit him with a little hit him with that shake and bait. Y'all know coach had to run the wild dream out here today. The defense made this one too easy. Nothing but green ahead, and of course the defenders are too slow to catch King the Dream. We add another touchdown to our stat line, and on this play, we take on another one from 10 yards out. We played great in the playoffs as an entire team. Every postseason game so far we were subbed out early after struggling a bit in the regular season. It's like a switch was flipped, and this was a completely different player in Dream, as well as his teammates. As you guys see, we run the wild dream once again. We run into our teammates, so unfortunately that slows us down, and this one will only pick up a gain of 31 yards. Coach saw something he liked in the defense, so he called a wild dream once again, and we walk in untouched from 36 yards out. This will be our final play of the game as we add our 7th touchdown of the night. You see the stats coming up. Dream finally earned his respect in the recruiting world, as he is now a 2-star prospect. It is well deserved, but we have one more game before signing day. Here in the state championship game, we have one last chance to make a name for ourselves. I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all. Dream and his teammates absolutely dominated. Jackson looked like a team that didn't deserve to be here, and our first touchdown of the game is going to come early in the first quarter. We let our block set up perfectly and get an easy score. On this play, we get a huge lane and we are off to the races. Unfortunately, our endurance is not quite there yet, so we have to work on that if we want to be a great college running back. And you know coach got to go back to the bread and butter, the wild dream. We're going to be walking into the end zone butt booty naked. Check out this play from Dream. He showed the patience, the vision, the desire to be one of the best running backs in the nation. With scouts from multiple schools in attendance, it was only right coach called a great game for Dream. The senior running back had a tough regular season which caused him to fall under the radar and continued to receive criticism for his size. Prior to the playoffs, he had a long talk with his father. Something his father said stuck with him. It's not the size of the player, but the size of his heart. And that lit a fire in Dream. He needed to hear that from someone close to him. No matter who he talked to, whether it's coaches, teammates, classmates, friends, anybody outside of immediate family, they couldn't motivate him like the people he loved most. But even better, it was from his father. Dream and the Cougars continued to dominate this game as he did the impossible for a player his size. He always dreamed of winning a state championship, and he finally reached that goal after 4 years of hard work. Even after a dominant playoff run for Dream and the Cougars, unfortunately, he was still a two-star prospect. He received no scholarship offers from any programs, but he's not letting that stop him. Next video, we will reveal the program that Akeem the Dream will be walking on to. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below. Be sure to follow me on Twitch. The link will be in the description. Akeem the Dream out. All love. Stay blessed.